Oh my gosh. Let me tell you something. Hey, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. All right. Y'all need to come on in because we going this shit was ridiculous. This shit was ridiculous. And the thing is, last night I kind of was like, let me protect my peace. You know, I saw a lot of people watching it. I was like, I can't do this shit right now. I can't do this shit right now. I can't do this shit right now. So I was like, you know what? I know that the girls are going to I know that the girls are going to like um summarize this shit. I know they're gonna be all up there. So I was like, you know what? Let me just wait for all the snippets and stuff to reach social media. I am not sitting through that shit. I am not sitting through that shit. I'm not sitting through that shit. So undoubtedly, inevitably, the social media clips reached Twitter, and the girls were live tweeting it as it was going on. But I'm gonna tell you one thing. Usually, you come here and you get a positive spin on the shit, and usually I'm, trying to put an optimistic spin on the shit. But let me tell you something. After that goddamn debate, if that's what you want to call it, I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna let me just refresh my knowledge of the Negro spirituals. Let me just, let me look up all the verses and stanzas to all these fucking Negro spirituals and shit. They're gonna have our asses back on the plantation, bitch. They're bitch. I mean, we already said. Did you see how? And okay, so it's not surprising to me that Donald Trump is not going to condemn his very base. Like, why would he do that? I don't know why people were expecting him to, but it was just this big thing. Like, oh my god, he refused to condemn white supremacy. Why the fuck would he do that shit? That's his entire base. Like, what did you think he was gonna do? Oh yeah, no. So that's one of the reasons why I was like, oh shit. The problem, he told them girls to stand up and stand by, okay, or no, stand back and stand by. And also, if you did not see this on Trump's Twitter, he said, volunteer to be a Trump election poll watcher. Sign up today. Army for Trump. Fight for President Trump. They know exactly what the fuck they're doing. That's why I was like, he's signaling the fucking Proud Boys. They're gonna have our asses on the goddamn plantation. They're gonna have us out there, like I said on Twitter, they're gonna have us out there cutting sugar motherfucking cane. Okay, we're gonna be singing Kumbaya and fucking wade in the water, fucking around with these hoes. I hate to see it. I hate to see it. I think that the moderator sucked. It wasn't a fucking debate. It was just like it wasn't a debate. You need to when I tell you that these girls need to learn how to cut motherfuckers mics. If you don't cut these mics, what the hell wrong with you? Cut these mics. Trump. So the thing is that even if Joe Biden was trying to spill some tea and facts, Trump, it's so crazy to me because it doesn't matter how truthful Joe Biden is. It doesn't matter how much lies Donald Trump tells. It doesn't matter because his base. If you see the reactions that his base had to debate, they are happy. They're happy because Donald Trump talks like them. He talks exactly like them. He uses the same non-logic that they do. So it doesn't matter, that's why when they were having a debate, we're gonna have fact checkers. We're gonna have fact checkers. It doesn't fucking matter. And I appreciate the effort of trying to like fact check this man, but like it doesn't matter. If he says the sky is fucking green, guess what? His cult leaders cult followers are going to eat that shit up. I was like, are y'all serious? And then so people are just like, when Joe Biden told him to, shut up, man, he never stops. It's just, I don't know. I think the whole thing was a mess. And before I continue talking, everyone, you might want to pay attention to my social media accounts tonight if everything works out like how I want it to. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. You might want to pay attention in the late night. That's that. I mean, that's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all. So if you're lucky enough to catch this live stream, bitch, you already know what T is. Um, all I'm gonna say is that this shit ain't no cutesy cute. I mean, some parts of it is cute, it's like but it's pretty intense. So just prepare your wig for that. That's all I'm gonna say. Um, yeah, I'll check back. I'll check back in with y'all a little later to see the reactions and shit. So that's all I'm gonna say. Oh my god, I've been working on. I've been talking. I feel like I've been talking about it for fucking months. I feel like, yeah, I'm gonna put it on Patreon. I'm gonna make sure it's up there. I'm gonna make sure it's up there. So we voting for Biden or not? I mean, that's y'all's prerogative. That is your, you make the decision on who you want to vote for. That's it. I ain't telling y'all who to vote for. Uh, I ain't telling y'all who to vote for. You make the decision. I just feel like there's a lot of people with diverse opinions who watch me, so I'm just like, do what you got to motherfucking do. I'm not. So I just really wish that that shit had never happened again. So, I mean, that never happened in the fucking first place. I want to. So, if you're wondering why Joe Biden's campaign would even bother putting up with this shit after that disaster, I think it has been reported that Joe Biden raised like 3.8. Oh, just wanted to say hey and just do a mental health check on you. You give so much. I want to make sure you're okay. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm okay. I just been working hard on what's hopefully about to drop tonight. So I just been kind of trying to chill myself out. But yeah, I'm good. Thank you. What was I going to say? Okay, so if you're wondering why Joe Biden's campaign is going to continue to put up with this shit, because they said that they're going to participate in the next and final debate. So if you're wondering why they're going to put up with the shit, it's because I think it's been reported that Joe Biden campaign raised $3.8 million in like 1 hour, I think, while the debates were on. So, whatever aggressive actions and messaging that they're taking, I guess is working, but this is kind of what I expected from Donald Trump, because I don't expect Trump to go into any debate with any kind of facts or any kind of research done. I feel like he may have hired people who prepped him for these kind of debates, but his ego and his narcissism is not going to allow him to say anything that's coherent, right? But I think that he knows that he doesn't need to say shit that's coherent. I think he knows that all he needs to do is talk over someone, verbally shove them around, and they will eat that shit up. They will eat that shit up. So that's why I was like, I don't know. I don't see anything substantial coming from these debates. I don't see anything. I just don't see anything substantial coming from the debates, except what you just saw. I feel like more intense versions of that, and I feel like the blows are going to get more personal, and they're going to get more below the belt as Trump gets more desperate. So yeah, that's I completely agree with you, Jay. Like, they need to cut those fucking mics. They need to cut those mics. But the soundbite that I'm sure the Democratic Party is happy that they got was Trump refusing to, condemn white supremacists. Condemn white supremacists. But for me, so here's kind of how I feel about the reaction to that. For me, I'm just like, have people not been paying attention? some people are trying to explain it to me on Twitter, like, okay, well, it's a more verbatim version of the things that he said in the past. But to me, I'm just like, for everyone to be rejoicing, oh yeah, girl, he refused. Oh, the shocker, he refused. I'm just like, okay, can we? I hated it. I hated it. But moving on, because I can talk about how much I hated this shit for the longest time. Um, and I talked about this a little bit on Patreon. Can you believe that I pay more taxes? I pay more in taxes than Trump has. I think even if if you tripled the amount of money, I would have still paid more in taxes than Trump did in any particular year. Like that is what is so crazy to me. Can you imagine? His ass is boasting about billions of dollars. But the thing is, like I said on Patreon, I was like, Trump is not the only person to be doing some shit like this. I would love to see the tax returns of all these like super rich people and see exactly what it is that they're doing. Trump ain't the only one to do this shit. Working class paid more. Of course. $750, girl. He didn't even pay nobody. That ain't nobody rent for 1 month. Oh my gosh. And these are the same people who, get on millennials for what, eating avocado toast and shit. They get on people who don't have no goddamn money for not spending it on fucking stocks. Thank you, Penny Crush. The jokes write themselves, but the shit ain't fucking funny. It is, and Trump is the welfare scammer, and they love to portray minorities as people who always live off of taking advantage of the system. Meanwhile, they're at the top getting away with like murder. Hate it. And so when that was coming out, and the fact that his ass is, reporting losing more money than he actually made, when all of that came out, it was this big, huge bombshell. But like I said, I just don't know what will ever come out, if anything, that will make his base say hell no. I don't think that anything could, unless Trump says like Black Lives Matter or something, unless he says like defund the police. I just don't see like what taxes, him saying that he knew that this virus was deadly, but he didn't give a fuck. Like all this shit coming out, and the base is still behind there, just like, yeah, it's like a death cult. Like it's a death cult. That's what it seems like to me. Anyway, so when that was going on, then you had Eric Trump go up there talking about, he was on Fox, and he was talking about how the LGBT community loves Trump, and that he's part of that. He said really quickly, he shoved it in there like, I'm a part of this community, and we love Trump. Oh, thank you. Thank you. John Ossoff. Yes, girl. Just John Ossoff ass. His ass is he be all up on these YouTube advertisements. He said, "Bitch, I'm not letting this shit go without a fight." But anyway, so Eric Trump went up there and said that shit. And to me, I don't believe that shit for a second. I think that he just said that shit to try and deflect from the fact that his ass was up, Trump taxes was up there. I don't believe for a second that Eric Trump is, and y'all can say whatever y'all want to say. This family has been known to lie and to try and twist narratives to suit them. I just don't trust their ass, and that's just gonna have to be on motherfucking period. Before I move on from Trump, though, I want to talk about Robert motherfucking Johnson. Did you see what that man said? Did you see what Robert Johnson said? Robert Johnson is a founder of BET. He stopped being CEO of BET at around 2006. But he's a huge businessman, I guess. Has a huge ass portfolio. I guess he's getting money. I'm getting money. Trucks be so obnoxious. So yeah, he's founder of BET. This is what he said. And this is coming from CNBC. So BET television founder Robert Johnson told CNBC on Wednesday he's viewing the election between Donald Trump and Joe Biden through the lens of being a businessman. He said, where I come out as a businessman, I will take the devil that I know over the devil that I don't know any time of the week. Oh, God. So he said he didn't learn enough about Biden during the debate. And this is what he said. Well, CNBC said that he's talking from a business standpoint only, not from a racial injustice standpoint. Johnson reiterated that it's better for corporate executives to know what they're getting in a president rather than trying to guess. He said, I would rather know who I'm going to deal with in the White House. I'm going to know what regulatory decisions they're going to make, what fiscal policy decisions, what monetary policies they're going to make, than to be taking a chance, particularly when you have the turbulence of a pandemic. I want these motherfuckers to just be so honest and just say, you know what? You poor bitches. I don't feel sorry for you poor bitches. I'm not black, I'm rich. I'd rather him just say that shit. I'm not black, I'm rich. You poor bitches are just gonna have to pull yourself up by your fucking bootstraps, and that's just gonna be that on that. It's just like, you really have to sacrifice so much dignity for that? Is it really worth it? Is it really worth it? Lately, I've been really into 18th century fashion, like who's there's the heads of the bourgeoisie on pikes, guillotines. Yeah, like, yes, OJTs. That's what he said. He said, you poors are simply going to have to be pressed and be oppressed in this racist ass system, because right now I feel like I'm winning, even though it's just so. If Robert Johnson catches himself in different environments, his money is not going to fucking matter. And if we're talking about racial stuff and social shit, so it's just, you really have to in my opinion, you really have to sacrifice like a lot of dignity, a lot of common sense, to really sit here and support somebody who speaks this way about white supremacists. Like, you're gonna watch that whole debate, and even if you just focus on the emboldening of white supremacy, you're, as a black man, you're gonna sit here and say, well, Trump. Let me support Trump. I gotta stick with the devil that I know. Shut your dumb ass up. That shit to me was pathetic. So I just wanted to let y'all know that. And okay, let's just get into some different news. Real quick, I don't want to talk about his ass for too much longer, because I feel like I dedicated already too much time to him. But Tory Lanez's team apparently, oh shit. Thank you, Rigo. Tory Lanez's team, there are reports saying that some members of his team were impersonating Megan's team, and trying to, I guess, send certain things, send doctored text messages, send certain things to the media to try and, warp, twist how he was being covered in the news. This is from my understanding of what's happening. So real quick, I just want to say that a lot of you niggas are corny and pathetic. If you would have just not been violent assholes and abusive motherfuckers, you wouldn't have to pretend to be a part of somebody else's team to change the way your image is being currently dragged and tagged in the media. I feel like if you just behave like a normal fucking human being, I feel like if you didn't have violent ass, abusive ass, fucked up ass tendencies, sadistic ass tendencies, you wouldn't have to go around pretending and sending emails from secret dark ass accounts and shit. Probably that's what y'all asked. It's reported that they were doing. It's reported. Of course, they're denying it, and they're like, "Oh, we just gotta find who's doing this, and we're gonna action will be taken." All right, all right, all right. And I'm gonna tell you why I know he actually did it. I said this on Twitter. Anytime these men have been accused of something and they start talking, their whole career they've been secular as hell, right? They're not religious as hell. They're doing all types of non-religious fucked up ass shit. You know what I mean? Anytime they've been accused of something, all of a sudden a secular man gonna talk about his love of God and how God got his back and how God is protecting his ass and shit. That's how you know that nigga did that shit. You ain't going to church. You ain't been to church since they threw water on your ass. You know what I mean? To pretend like it has some holy properties to make your ass baptized or some shit. You ain't been to church since they flung your ass, they dipped your ass into some water, they flung some water on top of your motherfucking scalp. But you want to talk about God all of a sudden now that these girls coming out here saying your ass, shot them or abusive as fuck. You want to talk about God? All right. Y'all already know I'm not religious, but I don't think God deserved that. I'm not religious, but I don't think. This way he said, I don't move on social media's time. I move on God's time, child. You ain't moving fast enough, nigga. I don't operate in fear. I operate in faith. Listen, he's sounding like he's about to lead praise and worship. I don't bow down to the lies of man. I stick with the truth of God. And for those who sound like fucking Joel Osteen, I guess that's why them doors remain closed. Oh my God, this nigga sound like Joel Osteen, and I guess that's why the doors of opportunity are remaining closed. You got to understand what I'm saying. You got to understand what I'm saying. Oh my, I was his guy daddy's fun of leaves last minute reaches for the Bible. He knows niggas don't read. Listen to me. I'm a whole atheist and I don't even think that y'all God don't deserve that. I promise you. He deserved better than that. Oh, yes, exactly. Doors closed like Osteen's church during the hurricane. Yes, he told you poors. He told you poors that the church is a sanctuary of God, but bitch, it ain't a sanctuary. Do you motherfucking poors get your credit score up, ho? Get your credit scores up, bitch, while you hoes trying to take refuge in my church. The fuck you talk about, poor? Oh, girl, he said, I don't give a fuck about you hoes. Unless it's time to take tithe and offering from you bitches, you better weather the storm. It may not come when you want it. Oh my God, what they said? Weeping, that's what he said. Joel Osteen, he said, weeping may endure for a night. Weeping may have the doors closed for a night, but joy, it comes in the morning. Because he said, I ain't opening this door for you bitches tonight. You better have some joy tomorrow. Oh, I'm screaming, bitch. Joel Osteen caught it straight, man. I was even about to be talking about him like that. Oh, Joel, that shit was funny, though. I can't lie, man. That shit was funny because they were on his ass. Like, they was dragging his ass so much he had to wake up at his motherfucking mansion, put on his silk robe and come to the motherfucking door. Like, God damn, just here, take the keys to this fucking church. These hoes drag me on CNN, bro. Oh my God. Okay. I'm sorry. Okay. All right. yeah, as soon as niggas, oh my god, I'm crying. I'm crying. I'm crying. As soon as niggas start talking about God, and they ain't said nothing about his ass for their whole career, that's how you know that nigga did that shit. That's how you know that God got me, God got my back. All right, child. All right, we're gonna see. We're gonna see. But yeah, that's the tea with Tory. And as far as the child, I'm gonna have to say it. I probably shouldn't. But I'm gonna have to say it. I saw a tweet and I retweeted it that said that Khloe Kardashian, it was like Arya with the many faces. They said she was. I'm gonna cry on the camera. They said. I'm so sorry. They said that Khloe Kardashian is giving Arya with the many faces. I guess it doesn't matter because it's all the same to the many face guy. Oh my god. Okay. They said it's all the same. Oh, thanks, Dave. They said it's all the same to the many face guy. Okay. They said no. I said she's giving Mystique. She's giving Martian Manhunter. Girl, and I'm not even exaggerating. And usually, I don't talk about that shit. But girls, Khloe be taking it like Khloe go hard. You know, like she's like giving a refurbished face, bitch. Like she's not playing with you, bitch. It's like she said, if I want to switch up the look on you girls, then you're just gonna have to deal with that. You're just gonna have to deal with that. I wasn't gonna say shit, but that shit was funny. I'm sorry. She's Mystique Kardashian, Miss Mamas. Mystique Kardashian. It was like, I was like, wow. I mean, it has to be some kind of talent to be able to do that shit. Cause like, she's giving like iOS updates. I hope you're well, Adrian. Your videos have kept me calm through some health issues. Oh, okay. I hope you're doing good. Thanks, boo. It was giving iOS updates. All right. I'm done with that. Oh shit! Did y'all see Diddy's son pay $1,000 for a fucking haircut? So the funny thing to me is that like a lot of niggas think that's like, oh yeah, it's flexing on people, it's flexing on motherfuckers who you know they got to pay $1,000 for rent instead of getting $1,000 haircut. And maybe if you're in certain circles where y'all are just ridiculously rich, that is like a haircut, like an edge up, like a haircut. Like he paid for a haircut. So maybe if you're in certain circles where you have a whole bunch of money, that's viewed as a flex. But to me, yeah, oh, you're so rich, you spend a stack on a haircut. Nigga, you look stupid. You know who don't look stupid? The barber. Cause I'll be doing the same shit. Oh, you like to spend a stacks on haircuts and shit? Okay. I'll put a design in there, a little cross or something, and charge you $2,000. That wasn't. It wasn't the flex that he thought it was. I'm not sure why he thought it was a flex, but I don't know. This one. So yeah, this live stream is going to be pretty short because I'm already like almost done, especially because I'm getting ready for what's going to hopefully drop tonight. Whew. I'm kind of nervous about it, but I can't wait to see y'all reactions. So yeah, I need to make sure. That's why I've been kind of like laid back on YouTube because I've been getting this shit together. So the last thing I want to talk about is some of this music that's coming out. When is that Savage Fenty show thing? Is it because I see some people getting ready for it today? like people at red carpets and shit, unless I'm mistaken. I thought it was October 3rd or something, or 2nd. Anyway, I think that's gonna be fun. What else? Megan Thee Stallion's coming out with new music. I can't wait to hear it. I think she's doing something with Young Thug. Demi came out with something. It was a ballad. Um, JoJo's coming out with some shit. 21 Savage and Metro Boomin coming out with some shit. I'm like, damn, did everybody pick this? I was just aiming for this shit, but I didn't know everybody. Everybody picked this fucking week to drop some damn music. I mean, yeah, so it's a lot of people. Ari Lennox even dropped something. I think it's called Chocolate Pomegranate or something like that. I think that's what it's called. But it was beautiful. I listened to it while I was getting ready. It's pretty. All these people coming out with pretty music, and then my shit's just gonna be like, oh God. It's just, oh God. But yeah, just that's it. Oh yeah, Blackpink. Blackpink is coming. I just have to speak really quickly about the effectiveness of the crossovers between the K-pop music industry and the American music industry. I don't know what it is. I think because I've known about K-pop for so long, I've seen them try and struggle to cross over. But with BTS and with what's that other one, Miss Blackpink, I feel like they finally, I don't know, they finally found a way to get it in there. Because I wanted CL to be the first one to come out swinging in the American markets. That's what I wanted. But they had her fucking doing shit with Riff Raff. Y'all remember that shit? I was so mad. I was like, y'all have got to be kidding me. Y'all see this, the way this woman perform on stage? Y'all gonna have CL with Riff Raff. You remember that shit? I think it was. Don't let me be on here lying, child. You know how I do. They got that #1 for many weeks at that. Oh shit. I think it was CL. Child. Oh, it was Diplo. It was all them girls. So, because they tried so hard to get them into the English scene. It's crazy because there's so much of the American market that listens to K-pop and they don't even give a fuck about it being in English or not. So it's like, why did y'all even try to force them to do that shit? So whatever. CL was in scooters. Oh, child. Some of these people really don't know how to manage these artists. And I'm just like, let me help y'all out, please. Like, please. Blackpink and Cardi, I saw that. It has me very curious to see what it's gonna sound like. I just feel like Blackpink, especially on the songs that they've been featured on very recently, like the ones with the American artists, they're just really catchy. Like, this kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. So yeah, that's kind of all that I really wanted to talk about. I had a good ass time. I I always do, laughing with y'all. It's always a mess. I can't deal with y'all. I really can't deal with y'all. But yeah, I'm going to go take care of some more shit. Please look out. It's gonna be later on tonight. It's gonna be like hopefully around midnight that y'all are going to. I'm gonna usher in a new era. Okay. Yeah, just follow me. Make sure you're following me so you can see it on everything. Adrian Expression on Twitter and Instagram. Follow me there. Also, check out my Patreon at patreon.com/Adrian Expression. Podcasts and early stuff coming for y'all. I really appreciate the support, especially the support on Patreon, because that's what actually really helped me a lot when it came to making this project that I'm about to drop. So the more support I get, the more I'm able to create, and I love that and I appreciate that so much that y'all are sticking with my crazy ass. I love y'all, and I will see y'all soon. Y'all better be twerking to this shit, okay? Bye.